Welcome to Bedcrime Stories podcast. I'm your host, T. If you like all things true crime, if you like it delivered in a peaceful, tranquil manner, if you like it clear and concise without drama, then I highly recommend you subscribe. And if you like what you hear, please smash the like button. It's a free way you can help. And now, without further ado, let's dig in. Hello there. How are my true crime aficionados doing? It's Friday. Yay, we made it. I hope you're all well, wherever you are, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening. I am sending you wishes for a very happy and fun weekend. I thought I'd offer you something a little different today. I saw a very interesting article about female psychopaths, and apparently they are more common than we think. A new study has revealed one key sign that a woman you know might be a psychopath. Let me give you a little background. This is from researchers at the University of Sao Paulo in Brazil. It says that women who use minimal makeup are more likely to have this dark personality trait. I'm safe. I'm not a psychopath. I've been wondering about that. The researchers wrote this in their study. Quote, "These findings underscore the nuanced relationship between makeup usage and personality." Okay, let's not reject this right out of the gate. Keep listening. Okay, earlier this year, a study revealed that female psychopaths are more common than we think because studies have long failed to identify them. Dr. Clive Bodie, an expert at Anglia Ruskin University, explained that the signs of psychopathy in women are different to men. He said, quote, "Psychopaths are driven by a need to have power over and control over other people via whatever resources they have available to them. For male psychopaths, this may veer towards physical domination through violence, bullying, and threats. For female psychopaths, this may veer towards manipulation through seduction, relational aggression, and spreading rumors and lies about people aimed at gaining personal advantage and preferment over those people." End quote. Oh my God, I have somebody like this in my life. Somebody that I try to stay away from because I am truly terrified of this person. That's all I'm going to say. So according to this study, the 7 signs of psychopathy in women are 1. Expressing violence verbally. 2. Emotional aggression. 3. Spreading lies and rumors. 4. Deceit. 5. Flirtation. 6. Seduction. 7. Manipulation. In their new study, the researchers set out to understand whether the use of makeup is linked to psychopathy. The team enlisted 1,410 women who completed surveys to measure their levels of the Big 5 personality traits. These are openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism, as well as the dark triad traits, Machiavellianism, narcissism, and psychopathy. The women also reported their makeup habits and their makeup usage across different social scenarios, including at home, during exercise, on a first date, and in a meeting. Somewhat unsurprisingly, women who regularly wore lots of makeup scored more highly for narcissism. These women also changed their makeup use significantly across different social settings, wearing more in situations where trying to make a good impression, such as first dates or meetings, were important. Women who wore lots of makeup also scored more highly for extroversion, although extroverts did not change their makeup use across different settings as much as narcissists did. Women who scored highly for psychopathy were less likely to wear makeup across different settings. Okay, this doctor says, quote, These findings contribute to the interplay between personality traits and makeup usage, considering inter-individual differences and intra-individual variation in understanding cosmetic behaviors among women. Current scientific evidence suggests that male psychopaths outnumber females by around 6-1. No comment. But Dr. Jodi thinks the real ratio of male to female psychopathy is about 1/2-1, which is up to 5 times higher than previously suggested. He said, because of a lack of studies of female psychopaths, not enough is known about them. End quote. Let's put the psychopathy and psychopath thing to the side for a second. I have to say, I do find it interesting that people tend to judge women on how much makeup they wear or if they wear makeup. I remember when I was a teaching assistant, I was in the French department, and the head of the department was a woman who wore no makeup. She kind of followed the French way. French women tend to wear minimal makeup, at least they did in the past. Or if they were wearing makeup, you really couldn't tell, with a big emphasis on skincare. And I have always been a makeup wearer. My mother wore makeup, and I was digging into her makeup from an early age. So another teaching assistant that I shared an office with was a natural beauty. She didn't wear any makeup, and she looked good like that. But she brought up the whole makeup thing. I can't remember exactly what she said, but it was about the head of the department looking at me and thinking that I wasn't as serious because I was somebody who wore makeup. And then I had a student who was from like Iran or Iraq, and he told me that he was bringing me a rug as a gift. And this was something that I told the TA that I was sharing the office with. Well, of course, this was a conflict of interest. You cannot accept gifts from your students. So I had to tell this guy, I cannot accept the gift. And I got the impression that the head of the department was blaming the fact that I was offered this gift on the fact that I was wearing makeup. It's just weird to me how much people judge other people on things like so superficial as to whether you wear makeup or not. But then again, here we have a study that is saying that there is a link between makeup usage and female psychopaths. So I found another article in Psychology Today by Catherine Ramsland, that's Brian Koberger's former professor, and it says that female psychopaths are the rarest of a rare breed. They are callous and opportunistic, and although they share much with their male counterparts, they may be even better equipped to elude detection. This article says that male and female psychopaths show similarities on core characteristics such as lack of empathy and remorse, but the ways in which psychopaths process information, make decisions, and behave appear to differ between the sexes. Female psychopaths are typically less violent than males, though they can be just as remorseless and manipulative. So this article cites an associate professor of social work and criminology at Chatham University in Pennsylvania. Her name is Christine Sarteshi, and using trial transcripts, videotapes, and books, she was able to evaluate Jodi Arias through the lens of psychopathy. You may recall that in 2013, Arias was convicted of the 2008 unaliving of her former boyfriend, Travis Alexander, in Mesa, Arizona. She did him in a multitude of ways, and his wounds suggested that he'd fought for his life. Under arrest, Arias offered several successive versions of the event. She was not present, she was present, but armed intruders did this to Travis. She did this to Travis, but in self-defense, and she swore each time that each lie was true, smiled broadly for her mugshot, and tried to charm her interrogators. Sarteshi says, I believe her demeanor was consistent with that of a psychopath. She lied, got caught, and then lied again. With her constantly changing plot and characters, She acted as if her repeated lying would cast no doubt upon her veracity. The article goes on to say that Sarteshi found that Arias exhibited superficial charm, a grandiose sense of self-worth, a propensity for manipulation, a lack of empathy, and sexual promiscuity, always prepared to distort facts for her own advantage. When caught in lies, she easily pivoted to revise them. And the article goes on to say that Arias flirted with reporters, displayed a narcissistic sense of entitlement and invulnerability, and threw Travis under the bus to make herself the victim. But we have to keep in mind that not all psychopaths are violent, but when they are, they tend to be cruel and criminally diverse. This article says they repeat their crimes more often than non-psychopathic offenders. They're more destructive, and their offenses are primarily those that involve self-gain, such as theft or selling illegal drugs. Many are predatory, acutely attuned to their own advantage. Now, I'm not a psychologist, but I can't help thinking about that Utah woman, Corey Richins, who published a children's book about grief after allegedly doing in her husband by poisoning him. I wonder what psychologists would say about her. And as I'm looking at pictures of Jodi Arias and Corey Richins, while they wear makeup, they don't seem to wear a lot of it. I would have thought that female psychopaths who try to manipulate and seduce men would be more apt to try to slap on the makeup to make themselves look a certain way. But that may be my own bias about women like me who wear makeup. Okay, I know this was a deviation from our usual subject matter, but let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time on Bed Crime Stories. Love you.